Welcome to the best of Homes on Homes. After more than 100 episodes of Homes on Homes, you get to know a lot of people and their stories. Some really make an impact on me. Today, we look back at the stories that were more than just renovations, they were emotional rescues. Homes on Homes was always about helping people. Sometimes fixing a house, it's just the easy part. It's when people get emotionally beaten and worn down that it goes way beyond the bricks and the mortar. It's amazing to see people work through hardship and somehow come out stronger. These are pretty inspiring stories.
Nice. Awesome.
Look at the nest. They got a nest of them.
Yeah, baby.
If you're going to do it right the first time.
My hero.
It's perfect. On the money.
Thank you, guys.
You like it?
Oh, do I ever?
Life can throw us some wild curveballs. Some we catch, some we drop. And sometimes we're thrown so many at once, we have to ask for help. When Franca and her daughter Daniela told me what they were up against, I had to step in and help.
Franca and her family's been living here for probably in the area of 18 years. Out of all the jobs I've done, this must be the most life-changing event. Start with a fire in the middle bedroom.
The place was swarming with cops and ambulance, fire trucks.
Construction everywhere.
We were told that if we went with an insurance-approved contractor, that, they would back us up 100%, that, they would be the ones looking after the progress of the house and making sure that things were done in a timely fashion.
Daniela, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Franca, nice to see you again.
We felt more comfortable knowing that the insurance was going to be backing us up, so we went with this contractor, and then just things did not go well.
So you've been out of the house, I guess around 8 months now.
8 months. Unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Now we have raccoons living in the house, taking over the home, leaving, obviously, if they turn it into a bathroom.
Is our power off to this house?
No.
Okay. We have knob and tube.
They said they were just going to drywall over it. It's not a problem.
Oh, it's a problem.
I asked them, I said, doesn't it have to be brought up to code? Like what was once code back in like 19 whatever? And they said, no, our responsibility is to put the house back exactly how it was. If you want anything extra, then that's a cost to you.
So he's trying to charge you more money.
Right.
Yep.
On the side.
Right.
Foul play. Incredible foul play here.
Basically, they were cutting corners is bottom line.
Yeah,
like things that, I think they thought that they could get away with.
Daniela was working long hours at the family restaurant. That left Franca to deal with the contractors, and she was having a really hard time. The work they were doing was sloppy and nowhere finished, even if they showed up. Things went missing. Signatures were being forged on checks. Bottom line, things were bad no matter how you looked at it. And in the middle of all this chaos, Franca loses her mom. Things couldn't get any worse for this family, right? But they did.
Shortly after my grandmother died, my dad died.
All within a matter of months, devastation within the family. That the fire is the minor part.
It was hard. And the last thing we wanted was to worry about the house. You get things in perspective then.
There's nothing that can upset me more when people are treated not only unfairly, but robbed.
And at one point, I had phoned the insurance and said, that's it. I just want them to stop. I can't deal with another death and the house at this time.
I'm going to completely take over. I'm going to deal with the insurance company. I'm going to deal with taking this house apart and doing whatever I have to do to put it back together again, to bring them home and give them what they should have.
So don't worry about anything.
Thank
You're a
you.
sweetie. I'm going to fix it, okay? The upstairs was already gutted. That made my job a little easier, but everything else was a disaster. We needed to rip out what the contractors had done so we could start with a clean slate. After gutting the rest of the house, we could see what needed to be done, and there was a lot. We had asbestos to deal with, structure to fix.
Tell me your level. Oh, your level.
And an oil tank to remediate. We needed to replace the roof, the kitchen, redo the plumbing, not to mention landscaping. I'm telling you, there was no end to the job. Was it worth it? Absolutely. I think everyone involved here was proud of what we did because we brought the family home. And these people deserved everything we did.
You know, when a family goes through this kind of tragedy, that not only was there bad contracting here, but a world of pain, I'm gonna do my damnedest to make their lives different. It's a new day, really. For them, it's a new day.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Wow. This looks
the top.
amazing.
Obviously, a new cedar deck for you. We've closed it in. You have a gate on the other side. All new windows and doors.
That smells good.
Smells good, doesn't it? This family's gone through hell as far as I'm concerned. It's now an opportunity that I have to make their life better. We kept the old tub because it was Teo's idea to tip it over at the end there and fill it full of tulips so that it will just overflow with tulips coming out of that tub. And we have in memory of your mom. Tell her name, the plaques I had them made up.
Even her
Very
name.
cool.
Yep.
That's very, very, very cool. You don't even know how appropriate that is because my grandmother had a bathtub on her front lawn that she planted flowers in.
Is that right?
Yes.
She used it as a planter.
The least that I could do for them was to help change their lives. After you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, this is gorgeous.
Oh man. Holy.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Oh my God.
Look at the staircase.
Oh, look at your kitchen.
Look at the kitchen. Oh, my God.
I was able to
Wow.
Oh, my God.
get you all new appliances.
Oh my God.
This is amazing. I feel like I'm walking into somebody else's home.
Now, did I pass?
Oh yeah. Flying
Good?
colors.
Flying colors?
I
Thank
don't
you.
even know how we'll
Very
ever thank you. Like, never. We can never thank you for this. Never.
Well, you know what? Just you getting back home and living a different life, that's thanks enough for me.
It's amazing.
As a father, fixing Jim and Allison's home was one of the toughest jobs I've ever done in my life. How a contractor could leave them the way he did is beyond me.
We found out that one of our daughters had cerebral palsy.
This is a total.
It was inevitable that we would have to renovate.
I just want to kick someone's ass right now.
Welcome back to the best of Homes on Homes. We've been looking at the stories that weren't just about rescuing a home, they were about rescuing a family. Usually, when I come into a job, I already know I'm walking into a bad situation. Physically, there's going to be repairs, but then there's the whole other world of what the homeowners are going through emotionally. And if fixing their house is one less thing they have to worry about, then I've done my job right. For Jim and Allison, I was ready to do anything and everything.
I looked down the driveway, and that was what got me. I went, oh, I could see kids. 1 month after we signed the papers, we found out we were pregnant with triplets.
Jim and Allison started with an addition for their children, mainly for Annie, who was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. And the idea was to give wheelchair access, to give her a bedroom in the front and off the kitchen and make everything a wonderful layout. It works. Everything I see is the way it should be, other than finished. Good morning.
How are you?
How you doing today?
Good.
How you doing?
Good to
Nice to see you, Jim. Allison.
When they started on here, the guys were great. Like, everything was going really well.
We're not finished.
This is where it starts.
This is where it starts. This is the old home, and you put on the addition
Yep.
for your
The old
daughter
farmhouse. Yep.
or daughters, everyone.
Yep. It seemed like everything started to get very slow when they came through the door and came into and started to do the old part of the farmhouse.
That's just concrete. Please tell me there's a coating on that.
There was something black.
They weren't coming out very much, and when they did come out, it just didn't seem like there was a lot of work being done.
This is a big issue right here, I'll tell you right now. I have a feeling we're gonna have to dig this whole entire area right here to make sure that this is properly coated and properly wrapped on the outside of the foundation. Bottom line is, it's not done. Thank you. So
Yeah.
we're slightly unfinished. I'm seeing a handmade island in the kitchen here.
Yes, this is our island that we got. It was one of the last things that was done. They're missing the doors. And this little spot was where Annie's wheelchair went under. It actually fell down on top of her one day.
By the time they got to Annie's room, the bedroom, the bathroom, we can see that they started cutting corners and not caring about the finishing just to get it done and get out of here.
So the idea was just to be off the kitchen here for Annie, and we could wheel her in and put her on the bed and then use the bathroom. They put the wrong door in Annie's room, and the bathroom floor was supposed to be ready to tile. It wasn't ready to tile, and the bathtub wasn't ready to tile either.
This is a real simple thing. I'm a man of my word. I do what I say I'm going to do. If I make a mistake, it's my problem. I will learn from it and I will pay for it. It's very simple. Why do homeowners have to pay the price?
Yeah, so at that point, we sort of thought, well, we'll
Wait till the spring.
wait till the spring and try and find somebody to fix the house.
Forget spring. I knew this family needed me to start right away. I couldn't wait for a bad situation to get worse, and believe me, it was getting worse.
So they put up 2 2x8s, laminated as a beam across this area, and held it up with vertical 4x4s. Yeah, just put a piece of plastic around it so it's not touching concrete. It's not even anchored. You gotta love this. That's wonderful. Why do people do this? Not only is there plumbing over top of the frickin' panel, there's no insulation holding it. Is this supposed to be a sump pump? That's submerged into muck? Look at all the plumbing in these voids. I've got water lines in here, okay? I don't even know where they go. Well, why am I seeing them in the outside void directly over top of this panel? See this? This is the way you insulate that? Oh, we got plumbing, structure. This has just turned into a total nightmare for me. How do you do this to a family?
Dan definitely had his hands full. We ended up replumbing a good part of the house. Not that many things shock me anymore, but I couldn't believe what I saw in that basement. The contractor, he dug a trench that undermined the entire structure of the house. We're talking about the foundation potentially caving in. He didn't reinforce it, so we had to bench it with concrete and cinder block walls. The basement alone was a major job, but we also had the exterior to finish, which included brickwork and waterproofing. Was this a big job? Yes, absolutely. But I wasn't going to back down when this family needed me most. I'm a parent, so I know what it means to try and give your kids a safe home to grow up in. That's all Allison and Jim wanted. So if I could do that for them, why wouldn't I?
In April of '05, our daughter passed away. And that was pretty tough. That was a pretty tough thing to have happen. And at that point, looking at the house, it just became a really sad reminder of what we were doing here, of what we were trying to do.
How you doing?
It is very cool.
Welcome to my home. It's really not necessary anymore to have wheelchair accessibility. But under the circumstances, to this family, they want it the way it was supposed to be for when Annie was alive.
Libby, she's gonna be in here now?
Yeah.
This is gonna be her room now.
Okay,
yeah.
so we've rerouted all your plumbing back to inside wall and down to the basement to make sure it does not freeze again. We don't want that, especially in the bedroom, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit bittersweet coming in here. When I first walked in, it's a little bit bittersweet because that bathroom should have been that way, you know, a long time ago. Thanks, Mike.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank you.
I just hope you feel better. You don't worry about anything anymore, okay? And if you need anything, call me.
This just wasn't a house for her. It was like a really safe place for her to be. She had a little school around the corner that she went to. This little village was everything for her. It was just a really great place for Annie to live. And to look at the house and to see it as it was, it just made me want to complete it because this is what remains. And for her sisters, for us, you know, we just wanted to make it really, really right.
Jim and Allison just wanted to finish what they started. But in Gloria's case, she had nowhere to start. When there's no home to fix, what do? I build it from the ground up.
We heard boom, boom, boom 3 times. After that, here come the water. The water was coming so fast. I lost everything.
Welcome back to the best of Homes on Homes. These stories are about emotional rescues, where the damage done to the property is only a fraction of the emotional damage these people live through. If these stories have taught me anything, it's that the human spirit can be tested but not broken. Take New Orleans. The devastation left by Hurricane Katrina after the levees broke was unreal. Over 1,000 people died. 250,000 homes were damaged or completely destroyed. The lower Ninth Ward was the hardest hit. Most people in the neighborhood lost everything. Those who survived did it by climbing on rooftops or into trees, waiting to be rescued. Gloria was one of them.
My house was floating away, and so we wound up there in the attic, and when we left out the attic, we had to take it, jump to the second roof.
When I came off the bridge in my boat, rescuing people, riding down here, the house was gone. This was empty.
Everything was crumbled up in that tree over there. I had a station wagon in the driveway, and my other red car was in the backyard. That was still there, but everything else was crumbled up. That's the only thing that I could recognize where my property was.
All the trees that you see out here had people in them. All the trees you see out here, I was riding down here, getting them out the trees.
They get the blankets and they put it on you, and they tell you, grab your part, you hold it like that, in order for to keep, so the winds won't get you.
It stopped about 10 o'clock and the sun came out just like it is right now, like it had never stormed or nothing. And all you could see was water. Nothing but water. Couldn't see no houses. All you could see is rooftops. Rooftops.
9.5 hours without food or anything. Only thing we do is hold that blanket and stay there. That's how that man saved us all night, shorty.
I can't even describe it. Riding around, looking at dead folks in the water, trying to help people that you can't really help.
You seen dead bodies in there. You seen a lot of people and, trying to fight for their life. Some of them had little boats and stuff, but it was horrible.
I can't talk about this no more. It's really getting to my head.
The devastation was overwhelming, and that was only the beginning. Now they needed to rebuild their lives. Almost 3 years later, we were there to help, and thankfully, we weren't the only ones.
Nice hot day. I love the heat. I have 4 professional framers with me today on top of my crew. I couldn't be happier.
Beautiful day. Talk to me, big dog.
Ready to go to work.
I'm Louis Jackson.
Louis, absolute pleasure to meet you. I'm
Nice to
glad
meet
you're
you.
coming aboard here to help us make it right. Who you got with you?
I have Brent, Jeffrey,
Brent?
How you doing, sir?
Sir
How
Jeff?
You doing, Mike?
Nice to meet you.
and my lead man is Brian.
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 How you doing, man?
How you doing, Mike Holmes? I know a lot about you.
We have the outside wall completely up, nice level, true, squaring up the front. It's working out perfect. Louis, he knows how to run his guys. He's doing an awesome job.
It's encouraging with the help of guys like Mike and his crew. It's encouraging to see that, in the city that care for God, people really do care. And that's why I'm here. That's why I want to help.
Maybe I should just come in there. There's air conditioning in there, isn't there? Hi, Gloria. How are you? Gloria, she is a sweet woman. You have to look at it from my side. My side says, I really hope this family is not only deserving, but beautiful, wonderful people, and oh my God. Wow. You can start to see the profile of it. These concrete columns. I told Gloria, we're here to get you home. That's why we're here. This isn't about anything else to me. We're here to get you home in a house that will protect you forevermore. Well, hopefully this house is big enough.
Oh,
We are
big
making it the
enough,
4-bedroom, you know that.
All right, thank you. I thank God.
I don't know how you would have done the 2-bedroom, to be honest with you. Meeting Gloria today just sort of lifted up my spirits again. And that sort of renews my faith of why we're here, why we're doing it, what we're doing. I'm smiling again. The reason I called you here is we're gonna have a little tailgate meeting. I'll pull the tailgate down. I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everybody kicking ass here, and Louis and Brian, all you guys stepping up to the plate. I got a little present for everyone.
So in this box, these are the new belts that I've designed. And each one of you get to have the bomb. Stiletto.
Man. Look at Brian. Really?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
There you go. Done deal.
I like that.
It's yours.
For real.
Take a belt, take it home with your hammer.
You guys go ahead.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. You're welcome, Brian.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. My pleasure. Almost everyone we worked with had a story to tell about Katrina. The horror was still very real for them. They're survivors, but they're walking wounded.
Never in my life. Just the first time I ever seen something like that. It make a person want to really cry. A lot of things down, like telephone poles, streets tore up, where the water done swept through the streets and tore the grounds up. Helicopters, people you just kept the radio near you, you listen to the news. But people that's snipers, that's trying to get me to come out of the city, didn't want me to come in here to do the work. That's basically what they did. They tried to stop us. It's a scary feeling. It is a scary feeling. I think maybe 3 times we was being sniped, somebody shooting at us. 3 times they shot at us. Just bring back memories. Try to forget it. See people dying, bodies floating around. I'm sorry. People trying to fight each other, trying to survive. Nobody wants to give nobody a hand out here.
Hearing all those stories was tough for me, but everyone we met was determined to move forward. One of those people was Miss LeBlanc, who lived next door to our job site. She sat on her porch every day and watched us work. She was cute.
This is progress we've been waiting for. A new beginning.
That's for sure.
That's what it is, a new beginning.
I'd be glad to go in my house so I can enjoy and have peace. And when I go to the house, I'll say, glory, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, you blessed me. I can't ask for no more.
If anything, the people there taught us that we should not stop, and you can't stop. You respect and remember the past, but you've got to keep moving forward.
They are really doing a beautiful job. Dedicated people.
Welcome back to the best of Homes on Homes. New Orleans became a story about its people. We were there to try and give back what Mother Nature and poor planning took away. And sometimes tragedy gives us the chance to show what we're really made of.
It's almost 3 years later, and things are still, windows are still broken, signs are still in the house. We want to come home, miles away from here. How do you make people feel better? Well, getting back to a positive thing, building. Getting back to fixing the streets, cutting the grass, and getting people together to say that we can make this right together. And it isn't just about building. Making it right means make it right for your family, your life.
I'm happy. But I thank God I'm happy to get back home. A lady told me, she said, Gloria, you're not scared to go back to where you left from and you almost died. I said, no. I said, I had time to think. I had time to meditate. And my God led me to go back, and that's where I'm going back. And I'm not afraid. I'm glad I found me something temporarily until they finish with the house. So I could bring all these grandchildren and all my family back together like they're supposed to be.
Time and time again, we met strangers willing to help us get Gloria home. Rusty was one of those people. She was a first responder after Katrina, which meant she was there to help restore basic services.
You don't want to know what the city looked like. You really don't. It was devastation beyond what I've ever seen. You had to be here, you had to see it, you had to smell it, you had to feel it, you had to know it to understand why it kind of tweaks our emotions a little bit, maybe. Yeah. It's just, a lot of people came in to really help people, and others came in to help themselves. And that was horrible, too. I thought of people to come in here and just take advantage of those that lost everything. Recently became a widow shortly before Katrina. And it was kind of tough being on my own. And there was no place to live. I had nothing. And it was just a lot of devastation. You know, you wake up every morning, you're in your truck, and you're out in the back on the tailgate brushing your teeth every morning. You're thinking all the things that God gives everybody, they take it all for granted. They really do. You become more aware when you're living like that. You know, become more passionate about living, more sensitive to other people's needs. Can you give me a minute?
Years after Katrina, Rusty comes back. She wants to help us rebuild the house for Gloria. She literally had nothing after Katrina, but she taught us that when you think you've got nothing left to give, you can still give your time. Rusty, where's your helmet?
Well, so they didn't give me one this morning.
Didn't give you one? Well, let's get you a helmet.
He has one
do you
I
have
can
gloves?
steal.
Look at Billy's got your helmet. Uncle Billy, you know Uncle Billy, right?
We just met, yep.
Yes, Mr. Bell. Let's see if we can sell all this hair up in here, huh?
Damon,
Yeah.
let me introduce you to Rusty.
Rusty, hi.
She is our
Oh,
volunteer
yeah.
for the day.
Excellent. Oh, that's a firm handshake.
Yeah, careful, she'll take your arm off.
I believe it.
Rusty is great.
Where are you, Lundy?
She's doing everything
here.
right. She's a very strong woman, very strong-spirited after what she's been through.
Got it, it's all yours.
She's tough. She's tough as nails. She's probably the toughest guy I have on site.
Rusty didn't have the money to fix the starter in her truck, so what does she do? She learned how to start a truck her own way. She doesn't let things stop her, and that's the drive that I saw in the people there. They push. They're still pushing.
Oh, you want to see how Southern starts a truck? Huh? Well, come on, I'll show you how Southern starts a truck. First of all, we gotta pop the hood, put it in neutral, turn the key on. Then we get our key and we go around to the front. Poor little thing.
We had only 10 weeks to build this house, which is tough even in the best conditions. We had rain, we had over 100 degrees of heat. We even had hurricane and tornado warnings. It slowed us down, so we needed all the help we could get. And guess what? We got it. More workers.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's lay the sod. Remember, green side up, all right? One of the best things about this experience was seeing everybody come together and help each other out. These were devastated people, but they were supporting each other, and that's what I call strength.
Oh, those kids, you know what? I had tears in my eyes. Those kids were dirty, the rain was falling, and they were still planting. That was show you how much people care about you.
Are you ready to see your house?
Yeah.
There's been a whole lot of people working real hard to break for this day.
I appreciate it.
And we made the anniversary, notice that, eh?
All right.
What's today's date?
29.
29th of August.
Right. When I lost the house.
When you lost the house 3 years ago.
Right.
All right, come on, let's go see it.
All right. I'm so happy I don't know what to do. Everything I dream of, I'm telling you. And I thank God for making it happen for me.
Come on in, there's the front door.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
I'm even gonna take my boots off.
It's beautiful. Well, I was surprised and my heart got full and the tears rolled down. And that's the answer to my prayers, the dream that I had. And this is the house for it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, look how big and beautiful.
When I brought Miss LeBlanc to see it, she's been dying to see it. And when she got into that house and she just started looking around and they bumped into each other and embraced and just said, it was like two neighbors welcome each other, two good friends welcome each other back into the neighborhood.
Now, I tell you what, I'm gonna have to get me an apron because you're gonna need a maid.
Oh, yeah. So you can help me cook.
So just holler through the window and tell me when you're ready.
Let's go to come help me.
I'll be your mate. I could do it. I can get the apron on.
I'll get the apron and I'll come help you clean up.
For me and the crew, it was an incredible journey. Not only did we help a woman who lost it all, but we met a lot of people who dropped everything to give us a hand. People I'm glad I met because they showed us what it means to be strong-willed, and I'll never forget them.
I used to do a lot of baking. Y'all might get some muffins in the morning. I'll let you know.
In New Orleans, people were sad to see their homes go, but in Christina and Joe's case, their home's demolition was a blessing.
Say bye to this house, Juliana.
Bye, house. Bye, house.
Welcome back to the best of Homes on Homes. A renovation is more than just construction. It involves people's time, their money, their emotions. All these things are tied together. So the worse a renovation gets, the worse it gets for everyone involved. When I heard Christina and Joe's story, I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe that a contractor could build such garbage. Stepping in, I knew this family had reached their limit financially and emotionally. That's why I had to help.
I moved into that little house on my own with my mom 13, almost 14 years ago now. It was 1 bathroom and 3 bedrooms, a small kitchen, a small living dining room. It was nice though. We'd finished it up. I'd painted. In 1997, Joe and I got married. When Joe moved in, it was still quite comfortable. When we had Juliana, we started to think about more space.
Hired a contractor, worked with them on the home, actually friend of the family.
So I thought, I trust him, and then I especially trusted my girlfriend. I thought, you know what, there's no way that she's gonna let her husband screw us up.
After 2 years and $200,000, they still couldn't live in their house. Everything was either done wrong or not done at all.
Well, that's the garage right there. Not only do we see down in the basement, I can see right outside in the garage. What do you think about exhaust fumes coming inside your house when you have kids? You hear the stories. People die.
The job started falling apart, and so did their friendship. The contractor kept asking for more and more money, more than what they'd said in the contract. And when the money ran out, the contractor ran off. But not before he put a lien on their house, and a big one.
And so I thought, I'm gonna write to Homes on Homes.
Yeah. Just get us back home if you can. Just finish the floors, finish everything, and we'll take care of it from there.
He'd never seen so many things done wrong.
After what I saw for 2 hours straight walking through the house, it was impossible. There was not a chance in hell I was going to make this livable. Say goodbye to this place.
Hallelujah.
I built you a Mercedes, he said. Right? Now, we're gonna open this up, and I've already seen enough wrong. We're gonna open this up, we're gonna see 1,000 more things wrong. Should he get away with this?
Oh my God. That's crap. That's real bad.
Everything's garbage here.
Let's take it down.
I've never, ever seen a job so bad in my life.
I'm thrilled because I can't walk by this house or even think about putting a pot of water on to boil in a kitchen that has been touched by this person that just brings just everything back. It's taken a strain on Joe and me. It's going to take us a long time to recover psychologically, I think.
Nice to see you again, my dear. Joe,
We have really good memories of being in that house. It's, we did what we could.
It offsets the bad memories right now. But that's all we have now. It's just the memories of it.
Some pictures.
Yeah.
I hated what I saw and what he built. It's a hole in the ground. I own a hole in the ground. Or we own. So.
Talk about damage, the betrayal, the cost, a ton of stress that pulls on every part of a person's life. How do you find peace when you can't even have a home to live in? I was determined to build them the best home that I could. If If I was gonna build a house, I was gonna build something special. I wanted to raise the bar and build a house that would last forever. One that not only looks good, but also works efficiently. The entire structure was made of concrete and steel. That means it won't burn, it won't mold, it won't rot. You want strong? This is strong. It was also a massive job, and I had every pro I knew in there to help get it done.
Everyone you can think of is here today. And I mean everyone, electricians, plumbers, painters, us, fencing guys, roof guys, flashing guys, caulking guys, and a few girls.
By the end, I felt we accomplished something really big. Not only did we give them back their home, we give them back their lives. They could finally come home, move on, and build new dreams. Over 3 years, they've been out of their house. Imagine being out of your house for that long. Could you have any idea what that can do to you? Come on.
Wow.
Follow me.
Holy my.
Jump.
And just hold me. It's absolutely gorgeous.
A little stunning, isn't it?
It's so beautiful. It's gonna be nice to come home.
I think it's about time you get your butt back home.
You don't realize just how it can touch you and how fortunate we are for that. So it's restored. It was never really gone, but I think it's just redeemed it and validated that there's a lot of good out there. We're pretty lucky. Thank you.
Marlene showed me the human spirit is stronger than anything. She's walking proof that after tragedy, your will to move forward pushes you forward.
Washes her clothes, irons, mends, cleans, and presses. Has sandwich dinner at home and listens to the radio. Retires exhausted to plan for another week of no real fun. 1947, How to Be a Lady. It didn't work.
Welcome back to the best of Homes on Homes. We've been looking at the stories that were as much about rebuilding lives as they were about rebuilding homes. When people call me for help, they've either run out of options, money, or hope, sometimes all three. Usually fixing their home is enough to help them, but there are times the damage goes deeper than the repair. We traveled to New Brunswick to help Marlene with her second-story deck. Here was a woman so full of life, I couldn't believe what she went through. Now, I'm told that a contractor came in, built a second-story deck, and you were on the deck and it fell.
Three of my three best friends. It was Father's Day last year. It was Sunday, and we all just tended to gather after supper. Everybody called, and they were coming over, the three girls. And we were sitting in the living room, and we had been painting on the fence the day before, Heather and I. So as they were leaving, we all walked out to look at the sunflowers. And so we were just walking out on the deck to have one quick look, and everybody was going home. So it was just a matter of 1, 2, 3. I was the second person out. Heather walked out the fourth, and then that was it. I have no memory of the fall. I have no memory of the crash. I don't have any memory of the sound.
The floor of that deck was 17 feet off the ground. That's a long way down.
So it dropped from this corner, and then I think one of the supports caught it, and it did a 180 flip over. Now Sue, because she was the first one out there, and she had walked out, and she immediately just had her hands on the railing.
She comes off the deck and lands on the ground. The deck comes down on top of her. She thinks she's gonna die.
She was just calling out, "I'm gonna die, somebody help me, I'm gonna die."
They're all lying there. There's no one there to help them. There's no one there to save them. Someone's gotta get up and call 911. They're calling out for people. Oh my God, all I can think of is that moment.
Apparently somebody had heard the noise, but didn't know what it was or where it came from. But when Gail hit the street covered in blood, that's when they knew where it was.
I heard there was broken bones.
Hundreds.
Hundreds?
Hundreds. Sue did fight for her life for quite a while. She was in intensive care. They had to replace her shoulder. Her shoulder was smashed, so they gave her an artificial shoulder. Her back was broken in 2 places. Her pelvis was shattered like a car windshield. We were so lucky that the deck didn't hit any of our legs or arms. We know somebody saved us that day. We all say it was because it was Father's Day. We felt it was our fathers watching out for us. It's a miracle that we're all can walk. The engineer's report said that the design of the deck is great. What was wrong is he used 5 leg bolts that were too short, and he pre-drilled the holes, and only one of them had hit a stud. and there was 14 nails, and that's all that held that on for 3.5 years.
So this must have hurt you financially.
Oh, it's ruined me financially. I haven't been able to work at all for the past year, mainly to the injuries to my hip, my pelvis, and tailbone, because I can't sit for any lengths of time, periods of time. It's also difficult to walk on any angles.
I couldn't undo what happened, but what I could do was give them a chance to build new memories. I could build Marlene a deck that would last a lifetime, and she would never have to worry about it ever coming down.
All right, let's dig.
We used 6x6 cedar posts to support the deck, so we had to make sure they were secure. That meant digging down 4 feet below the frost line for the concrete footings.
This is concrete time. Get our post done. It's the beginning of our structure. It's great. From here on, we build off. The beginning of everything, man.
Marlene and her friends were still shaken up. One friend couldn't even come back. It was that traumatic.
Oh, that's perfect. They're out of work, they're out of money, they're out of luck.
Unfortunately, I was in a car accident in March, and we were rear-ended on the interstate, and I re-broke my pelvis and my tailbone. So I'm sort of back to healing again. So it sort of set me back for a while.
This is so strong, and I haven't even plated the top yet. Unbelievable. For working as hard as we all do, for all the time that we've put in, this is why we do what we do. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's turn around and look this way. Now we can look up and we can look way up. How do you like that?
It's beautiful.
It's nice. It's a little bit of love from a lot of people.
It's beautiful.
She's gone through hell. I mean hell. She's not back to work. Pain, suffering. If we can do this one little thing that makes her life better day by day, this is easy.
I've been waiting so long. Oh my God. My pony.
And your pony's there.
Pony. I've always believed, you know, when God shuts a door, he opens a window, but it's been so friggin' long. It was so shut.
It's not massive.
No, it's perfect.
But it's private.
It's perfect.
It's private.
It's perfect.
And you know how strong this is? It'll hold everyone you can put on here. And I mean everyone.
And my friends were so hurt. It's really hard. Here comes Heather.
Gail?
God, it's beautiful.
And the deck girls.
Wow.
And
It's
Gail.
back. It's back.
The deck is back. I'm coming back. Thanks to you guys. I am coming back.
By making it right for Marlene, we gave her back a part of her life that she thought she'd lost. I'd like to think that we helped her move on with all the problems that she had. And her tears of joy, that was pretty good. Her hugs were great, too. Cheers to St. John's. Cheers to Marlene.
He's my pony. Mike's my stallion, though.
For more information about this show, please visit hgtv.ca.